When I see students busily studying for their final exams, cramming as much information as possible into their heads, I like to think that life is a course in itself that is not graded, that is more than a science exam or huge project. I wish I could teach you to live your life with a persistent under-the-radar realness, doing activities despite attempts to bring their spontaneous and inherent rawness into easy-to-pigeonhole categories. Take time to appreciate your personality, the personalities of your family, friends, your foes, your lovers, professors and bosses, and all in between, and all else involved in what they collectively represent. This is crucial to living. I want you to take a risk. I know taking risks is hard because we are all afraid of the consequence of pain. Corporeal or psychic pain functions as a metaphor for the struggle to exist. Take a risk. Do something worthwhile with your life while acknowledging the very real possibility of a seriously unpleasant outcome. Take this risk, and I know you will never be disappointed. Don't turn to a run-of-the-mill lifestyle. Participate, and never take for granted the moments that are just as often taken during and between moments when you are just existing in the everyday. Laugh, screw around, hang out, brood, think, and get hurt. Either explicitly or subconsciously, that hurt is a crucial element to knowing you're alive. There aren't going to be the money shots of stunts and fabulous lifestyles. Live through the instances when you celebrate, and just as often, unheralded situations, when you least expect it, while inhabiting your niches and the broader world in general. You will find time somehow that makes everything make sense, everything come together. Be a lauded personage who doesn't look like or act like a big shot. It's okay to be a regular person. Be ordinary and make your life extraordinary. Go out on a limb, whether somebody's watching or not. That constancy bespeaks a passion and fervor for living that covers the spectrum between exaltation and joy and disappointment and failure. Find what you love and become a behind-the-scenes visionary. Whatever you believe, always be a true believer. In 20 years, you'll look back at photos of yourself and recall, in a way you can't grasp now, how much possibility lay before you. Don't worry about the future. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never crossed your worried mind, the kind that blindside you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it, or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Read the directions, even if you don't follow them. Your choices are half chance. So are everybody else's. I just hope, if anything, to get across that actions speak louder than words, and a life lived to its fullest with all its complications and swings, from giddiness to despondency, is more important than not swinging at all. To me, the subject of life does not give you an A, B, C, or D. Its contents and information is greater than knowing how many countries make up Africa, or who's got how much of the Persian Gulf, or what B stands for in the quadratic equation, or what the quadratic equation even is. For maybe the last question won't be about what's been taught, but what's been learned. And when it's almost over, all that is left is one last, undying question, and how will you answer it? Did you walk the long way or cut corners? Did you take chances or play it safe? Did you breathe in all of the seasons, running through the snow and staring into the sun? Did you enjoy the ride? The anticipation, the joy, hurt, love, pain, the ups, the downs, the good times and the bad, the yelling, the panic, the rush, the wait, the anger, the freedom, the frustration, the adrenaline, the people, the atmosphere, the harassment, the screaming fits, the wins and losses, the big letdown, and the big payoff. For this is what life is full of, but what a test form B answer sheet will never be able to tell you. So when you are ready, write your answer below. You are not timed, and this will not be graded or seen by your peers. You have the rest of your life to think about how you will answer this question. Enjoy and take your time. Life is meant to be lived and not watched.